a second timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Niners on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Now Garoppolo. He's going to leave this for his running back.
That was idiotic because you just gave us time, man.
Full 3 yards, and
You just gave me time on the clock. That was idiotic. Now I'm going to go score again.
Break that. 180. 54 Mike. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end Everett.
Look at that beautiful play. That play was gorgeous.
47 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. From the red zone now, Goff. This will be caught at about the 6.
Big mistake.
And he's gonna take
Big mistake giving me the ball back.
Rams touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Rams add on to their lead.
Did I tell you I was going to kill the 49ers?
Half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs.
I would assume they're just going to run the ball.
Here we go. 180. Check the outs. Check the outs.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I got you, son. Check.
Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he'll get it up here this time.
77 yards passing in the first half. Good job, Jimmy.
Upon halftime here in this NFC
Good job, Jimmy G.
matchup as we send you cross country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This the first of 4 divisional round matchups coming up this weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles squaring off against the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And we get the ball back.
And
this is just unfair.
Hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And they have made this look easy. Now, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
Todd's got to have more than 7 carries.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Let's go.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah,
He hasn't struggled, he just hasn't had the ball.
To themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at
Behind the zone right now.
13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving. Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
We're good. We're good.
They'll try the air now with Goff. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Rams add on to their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll push the lead up to 29
What you going to do, Jimmy? What you going to do? You weren't supposed to be here. I'm just going to go ahead and sim the rest of the game.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL
35-13,
on EA
not bad,
For more,
not bad.
Find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Rams are victorious here as we say so long from Exposition Park in L.A.
We're probably going to have time for one more game before I'm going to have to cut the stream off. Who am I going to play? The Eagles or the Saints? Probably the Saints. Yep. Oh, I got a weekly award? Oh, Aaron Donald did. 3 sacks. Okay, here we go. One more. We got one more game in us this stream. And we'll see if we're going to be going to the Super Bowl or not. Playing the Saints in our building.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is a special edition of the NFC Championship game on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Okay, here we go. Looks like we're going to be playing Jacksonville. Jacksonville came back.
The excitement level around here at a fever pitch.
I don't know, Jacksonville beat New England. I think
the 2020 NFC Championship game.
I don't know, man, but we're playing Jacksonville.
And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start.
They're not getting off to a good start, though.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Breeze leads this one with Kamara. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. One of the selling points of the in route is against the quarterback, a really nice sight line to his receiver, almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field.
What?
And have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care who you
Whatever.
put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5 now. Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking
You might get through Dante Fowler, but you ain't getting through Aaron Donald in the
accurately.
backfield.
In this case, though, He's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And this one also slow in developing.
Aaron got you again.
Getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle
And if John
back
Johnson
a little
could
bit
have
in the run
extended to
game
get that
because
pick.
you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain. That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
While in college, quarterback teams that improved their win total from 1 his freshman year to 5 his sophomore year to 8 his junior year. Love that type of improvement. Love that type of diligence.
Now Goff on first down. And he's going to be taken down.
Wow,
Goff
first play.
Cameron Jordan. Credit
He's
him
not
with the
that good.
sack as he buries him for a loss.
Yeah,
of
he's
10.
good, but he's not that good.
That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Tackled there by Alex Anzalone. The headshots here are the offensive unit. And what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
Hey, 5. Mike's 47.
3rd and long. It's gone. This is caught. It's Cooks.
Yeah, that's what you get.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, have the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Now, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
Cameron Jordan is now one of those versatile defensive linemen that you can play all up and down the front. Whether he's playing tackle or end, he knows how to make plays.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And
he got it.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Rams have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2.
Louis.
From the gun, here's Goff. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On second down, Kamara. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And Matthews over the middle with a grab.
Yeah, you ain't going to get that first down.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us
Nice
to
try.
4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 13. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Back to you.
76, tell him. 76. 76.
Check, 47. I'm coming.
On 2nd and 9. Goff. And Cooks has it over the middle. And this is good for a 1st down. His 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship.
If I get a touchdown, it's pretty much over, but if I get a field goal, I'll still be okay with it.
For our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, and it'll bring up third down.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know
you're going to do that?
Field position are keys to any game played.
That's going to be a regret.
Consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup on
Now he's in the zone. Now you're screwed.
I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done. Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I
trying to whittle this time down to nothing.
At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often.
And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. From 3 yards out, and the Rams add on to their lead.
Okay. Not bad. That's what I wanted. Only left 20 seconds.
Ready? 5-9.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground.
You going to tackle him?
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw is Breeze. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we have come upon halftime.
Only gave up 3 points that whole first half. Not bad.
With the Rams on
I'm happy with that.
As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, what half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl.